Hi, Sant from Black Belt Diagnostics. In this video we're going to show you some of the battles that we have trying to make sure that we correctly fix your vehicle while it's with us. So let me show you what we're on about. So excuse the flickery screen, but this 2022 Ford Cougar had a EGR flow fault within the engine management system. So if I stroll to the top, there was a code there. That turned out to be a software update, which we've carried out. Now, we want to let the vehicle out knowing it's fixed. And one of the ways we do that is, excuse the flickering again, you can see there, it's looking at the OBD information, which is generic emissions control information. That is the part that's responsible for your engine management light. So we can see here, this permanent code, it doesn't mean there's a fault. All it means is at some point there has been a fault with the EGR system. We've fixed it, but the permanent code needs to be driven sufficiently enough times for it to do a self-test and then say, yep, I've completed. And then once this permanent code disappears, we're happy. Now we've double checked as well in OBD, there's no DTCs detected during any drive, so I know it's fixed. But I do not want to let this vehicle out until that EGR code has disappeared from permanent. Now we have a slight battle here. We can see here, we can see the OBD has tested all these systems, including the EGR and variable valve timing. But what hasn't completed is the oxygen sensor. Now the oxygen sensor is kind of used as feedback. So until that's completed, we're probably not going to get that EGR code to fix. Sorry, we're not going to get that EGR code to self-erase from the permanent codes. We do also have one slight battle with this vehicle. It is gasping for fuel, so we think that is not helping our situation. I personally have driven this vehicle for about 45 minutes, and this is time that people don't understand that can just be hoovered up while we're trying to actually correctly diagnose your vehicle. I could just send this vehicle out, but I'm not comfortable with it until I know that there's no permanent codes in the system. I want to make sure that all these OBD readiness monitors have completed. It is a bit of a battle, but we'll keep battling on, and hopefully it will reset and we'll then be able to send this vehicle on its way. Have a good day, everybody.